Hey guys, okay, let's try to actually solve some quizzes in FreeCodeCamp. So I have already done this before, but you know, why don't we walk through together the quizzes in again FreeCodeCamp? Let's start. The first thing is a palindrome checker, and we are also using the language or programming language JavaScript. Hmm. Let's try the instructions or read rather. Hmm. Return true if the given string is a palindrome. Otherwise, return false. I see. So we already have a return true in our function. Okay. And what is a palindrome? Well, it is a word or a sentence that is spelled the same way both forward and backward, that ignores punctuation, case, and spacing, just like score. Okay. You need to remove all non-alphanumeric characters, punctuation, spaces, and symbols. And turn everything into the same case. Okay, and see. We'll pass strings with varying formats. So this is why it's necessary to convert all the letters into the same case. And either that is lowercase or uppercase. I see. And for special symbols, we need to remove them as well to check for palindromes, right? Yes. So the first thing we actually need to do is to return true or false. Well, we already have the return true. So how will we know if we want to return false? Or false means that the string passed on is not a palindrome. There's one thing that we need to take note of first off, and that is that we need to remove all non-alphanumeric characters. And by that, those characters like special characters. And we only want the characters that are included in the alphabet and numbers, just like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 9. To do that, we will use what we call a regular expression to make our code cleaner, because we can actually do this manually by having an array of, well, the alphabet and then 0, 1 to 9 or 0 to 9 and look through them one by one. But we don't want that. What we want is to use a regular expression, and that regular expression will contain alpha numericals. Okay, let's say regular expression of alpha num alpha num equals to, and to instantiate a regular expression, we do double forward slash, and whatever we put inside of this will be considered as the regular expression. So we have an array or brackets, and what this means is that we want to go from a range of A to Z, so A to Z capital. So check from A to Z capital. So we also need to provide the small letter A to Z or lowercase letter, and then of course the 0 to 9 to 9. There we go. And one last thing is that we want to go through each of the string. So that means we need to have the global keyword or just letter G. Okay. And now we need to replace everything in the string provided. For example, this right here, to 2 underscore A3, so on and so forth, to just alphanumericals. To do that, we will do const new string or new str is equals to string or str dot, we will replace and then only have the the regular expression that we had. So alpha no, then have just an empty string. So for all the things that we replaced, we want to just like ignore it completely, like just have it as empty. So let's try to console log this. String. I think I did it the other way around. Wait for a moment. Ah, I forgot one thing in regular expressions. So regular expressions are not my forte, just to clarify. Anyway, so in this method, as you can see, we are actually replacing everything and we are returning the things that did not match the regular expression. But what we want is to actually get everything that matches with our regular expression. And to do that, we can do what do you call this? An upper arrow, but this kind of arrow just before all of this right here. And if you noticed, just empty. So right here, there's nothing. So we replace the hashtag, which is a special character. And if we add the hashtag here, if I'm not mistaken, we should get hashtag. There we go. Okay. And if we place a space, we will get a space where the hashtag was supposed to be. In the same way as this. There we go. Or if we say a plus sign, okay, a pollen, so on and so forth. Anyway, this is how we can replace special characters. Okay. And in here, I'm just instantiating that I want the string or the parameter str to have the value, a new value equal to what is returned by this replace method. Alright, now that we have checked this condition here, how can we, well, check for a palindrome? Well, to check for a palindrome, we need to check if the string passed is equal to its reversed version. Well, what is its reversed version? Well, same word. For example, the word race car, when it's reversed, we will have the word race car. So it will go from this to this to this, and it's race, and then CAR, that's race car. To do that, we need to reverse the string. How can we reverse a string? Well, first, we actually want to const reverse string. There is a method in JavaScript called dot reverse. So let's try that. String dot reverse. Why is it not a function? Well, that's because dot reverse is only available in arrays. So if I say 0 and 1 and try to console log the reversed string here, there we go. We get the reversed version of 0 and 1. So then, how can we turn this string to an array? Well, we can do the string dot split, and now it is an array, and now we can reverse them. Okay. Now, how can we convert them back to a string? Well, we can just say that join, and then string passed. Now, if you noticed I'm passing on this quotation marks. That means we want to split them character by character. But if I pass on a white space, that means we want to split the string by each white space there is. So if I add space here, we would have, if I just remove this, we would have this right here. Oh wait, what? Why is that? Oh, is it because we are removing the white space here as well? Let me try that. So if I just comment this out. Yes, that is because we are actually removing the white space from the regular expression. I see. That's interesting. Okay. So let's split them character by character. then reverse the array, and then join them back together. Now for the join, the same thing as in split, but in this case we want to join them, and for each separated element or value, we want to, let's say, insert whatever we specify inside between them. For example, a K, there we go, or a white space. And now each of them has a space. Okay, now take note that this is inbuilt in JavaScript, this reverse, and we can actually do this by ourselves, for example, by having a const new string array is equals to empty. And then we will have something like for const character of string, and then for each character of the string, we will push it to the array. However, we actually want to do this in a reversed order. Then to do that, we just say const that I equals to string dot length minus 1, and then as long as I is greater than or equal to 0, we want to subtract I by 1. Then if I just push string I, and let's test this out, new string array, there we go. We have inverted it or reversed the string successfully. And now if we just say const new string is equals to new string array dot join, all right, and if I console out the new string, we will get the reversed version of the string that we have right here. And now if we try to compare them, if new string dot to lowercase is equals strictly equals, so the strict operator here will check strictly for comparison. So by that I mean, for example, if this new, for example, wait, if for example we compare hello to the other version which is hello, this will return false. So let's just try to console log this. Console log. Syntax error. There we go. It returns false. But if I say just double equals, hmm. Wait. This is my bad. That is not how it's used. This is about this, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Okay. Oh, I was mistaken there. My bad. This checks types, for types. So strict checks for types. So if the type here is of type string, and here this type is a number, then this will return false. However, the values are still the same, which is 0, and the value here is 0. There we go. Oh, my bad. Okay. Anyway, if string dot to lowercase is equal to string dot to lowercase, and don't forget to invoke that because this is a function to lowercase. Okay. We want to return false rather if it's not equal down here. Okay. All right. Now let's try to test this. There we go. We finished it. Congratulations to us. And if you noticed here, we actually did one step less, which is to split the string into one array. Because a string is, if you think about it, somewhat the same as an array, but not really at the same time. And by that, I mean like an array of characters. Oh well, that's it. That is it for now. And thank you for watching. I hope you did learn something about, let's say, arrays like split, join, and reverse, and about equality checks, which again made me remember about them because I somewhat forgot because I've been using strict equality checks or comparison checks for a long while now. Anyway, thank you for watching and good luck on your development journey. Bye bye.